Let's get started. If you're an agency owner and you are looking for an easier and more profitable way to grow, then in this video I'm going to show you how you can start implementing a proven end-to-end sales system that will get you more leads and clients for your agency at scale. So what do I mean with an end-to-end sales system? Well, the other name is a funnel, but it's not just a sales funnel, it's the whole process to acquire a client and deliver the results. And if you are wondering what an end-to-end sales system is, what it does and what it means for your agency, well, in a quick overview, what it does is it streamlines the entire process to acquire leads, clients, and deliver your services. Basically, it has one component for lead generation. It has another component for sales closing. It has a third component, which is for the service fulfillment, and it has a fourth and very important component, which is for quality assurance. And I will show you how quality assurance starts with your sales process. And with this end-to-end sales system, you will have a business that runs and grows independently from you, which means you have a lot more free time, higher profits, easier growth, and a lot less work. And instead of just showing you the lead generation and sales part of the business, I have 3 bonuses. Bonus number 1 is how to make your clients so happy that they stay with you for years. Bonus number 2 is how to grow your revenues and your profits, but not your workload and your stress, which is just one important component or system that you need to install in your agency. And I will also show you how this works and how you can start today. And bonus number 3 is how to simplify your entire agency so that you can grow faster and a lot easier. You might be wondering why I know this. Well, because I've started my own agency as a freelancer in 2006, and in the last 4 years we generated 13.4 million in revenue, and I can lead this business with only 1 hour per day. And I will give you the secrets that helped me achieve this, because this wasn't always the case. For years I really struggled, and in 2018 I almost crashed my entire existence against the wall. I will also show you how you can take the learnings away for free, so you don't have to go through the same drama and invest a 400,000 euro bank credit to fix everything just like I had to do. By the way, here's one word of warning. I'm not perfect in English. I'm not a native English speaker. So if your focus is to find typos and grammar mistakes, then this video is definitely not for you. If you are looking for proven growth strategies and you want to know what really works to grow your agency, then stay with me till the end and I will show you exactly how this works. And by the way, what I'm going to share with you didn't just work for me, it also worked for one other agency that I acquired in 2019, and then for more than 500 other agency owners I worked with since 2020. These were SEO agencies, PPC agencies, web development agencies, marketing agencies, consulting agencies, all kinds of agencies, and where the owner wants to grow faster, more profitably, and with less work. Here is just one example where we increased the revenues of an agency 3 times. They have grown from 500,000 euro revenue to 1.6 million in revenue, and from 41,000 euro loss because they overhired and then an important client quit, and that's why they brought me in. And we've grown their profits to 457,000 euro. Profits, not revenue, right? And if you are in the US or in another country where you have dollars, euros and dollars are almost equal. Just add 10% and you have the amount of dollars. Just saying, if that is important for you. This is a 3x increase of revenues and a 10x increase of profits. And I will show you what was responsible for this success. So specifically in this video, I'm going to share with you the number 1 success factor for agencies to get leads and clients profitably and at scale. I will also show you how to find the most valuable and most profitable service offers in your agency that you should focus on to scale your agency a lot easier. That doesn't mean that you should not sell your other services. I'm just saying you should focus on this one thing because it has the highest potential to scale your agency, your revenues, your profits, and your freedom. I will also show you the sales funnel implementation steps. I will show you a scalable agency setup that makes it a lot easier for you to grow your agency instead of fighting fires all day and being involved in meetings and having a hard time to get new leads and clients, then struggling with profits and all that stuff, okay? And then I will show you a proven path for agency owners to achieve business success, financial freedom, and also more time for your friends and family so that you can enjoy your life. And the last part at the end of this video, and most important, is how you can start the implementation in simple steps, get results after just 1 hour and use AI to speed up the implementation without reinventing the wheel or without figuring out everything yourself. I'm very sorry that I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. My name is Manuel Pistner, just if you want to do a background check and see if what I'm talking about is real, if I'm having a real agency and sharing the knowledge of my agency, or if I just read some books like all the other parrots out there who never achieved what you want to achieve and try to explain the world to you. So I founded Bright Solutions in 2006 and I founded FlashUp in 2020. So after starting my agency in 2006, right, without knowing anything, I was a software engineer and I had no idea about proven business strategies, marketing, sales, hiring people and leading people. After a lot of trial and error and taking a 400,000 euro bank credit to fix everything that I did wrong in the beginning, after struggling many years with unpredictable sales pipelines, unpredictable growth, and as a result, struggling with sleepless nights because my profits were so unpredictable and sometimes I had to pay my team, but I didn't have enough revenue or not enough money on my bank account. And red numbers are terrible for me. Sometimes I had sleepless nights because of these red numbers and I had no idea how to fix them. Today I know better and I will show you how you avoid this. After my son was born, I was still working 12 hours per day and I really regret it because I didn't have enough time for this little boy. And yeah, today I will show you how you can avoid this, or if you have kids, how you can spend a lot more time with them. And last but not least, after I almost crashed my agency in 2018 because of this dangerous setup, because of having too high complexity, because everything depended on me and I lost my hair during these days because it was so stressful, I figured out what really scales an agency and what gets you the success and what will just make your life horrible with slow growth and just average profits. Good, so after all these struggles, right, finally, really finally, because my life was a mess, I found a way to scale my agency so that we generate 13.4 million in the last 4 years and I can lead my business with only 1 hour per day. Thanks to what I'm going to show you in this video, which is basically system structures automation. And one very important thing that is the foundation of your business, and you can start implementing this right today and get it done in just 1 hour to lay the foundation for a scalable agency. So, and this one thing is one fact that I found that changed everything for my agency and for my life. Let me show you what it is. Your offer, what you sell, the services you provide, what you put in the contract with your clients, what you deliver to your clients. They are the absolute core, the foundation of a profitable, scalable agency and a happy life with relaxed workdays. And they are also the root cause for stagnating growth, for high workload, low or average profits, and a lot of stress if you grow your business like this. So your offer is really the most important foundation if you are serious about growing your agency to the next level. And I will show you which offers you need to sell, how to find these offers, what makes a good offer, and how to sell and deliver your services almost like products. Don't worry, you don't need to sell products. I will just show you how you sell and deliver your services with a repeatable, standardized process that makes your agency very streamlined and generates high profits and relaxed workdays for you. Because what I learned the hard way is that with the wrong offers, your growth looks like this. Your revenues are so unpredictable and volatile. Your workload constantly goes up and your profits, well, they are just mediocre or average. Or sometimes when a big client quits, it can happen that your profits turn into losses, right? 10K loss per month, 20K loss per month. Red numbers that like scare you and cause sleepless nights, because how can you fix this if you have no sales system that brings in new clients and if you have high fixed costs and you cannot get rid of the costs overnight? That's a big problem, and I will show you how to fix this. And when you implement what I'm going to share with you right now, well, your agency can grow like this, which means you have constantly growing revenues, right? Predictable growth. You have profits that grow with your revenues because, well, you have much higher profits than if you just sell your time for money, complex projects, or unspecific retainers where you have to do work for free because your clients have no well-set expectations and then they complain and you work without getting paid, right? this will stop forever if you implement the right offers that I'm going to show you in this video. And with the right offers, you will also be able to decrease your workload significantly. That's how I can lead my business with only 1 hour per day. And many other agency owners saw significant workload reduction when everything is a lot more clear, the chaos has gone away, and your offers and your entire agency is a lot more streamlined. And most importantly, when you have a sales pipeline full of qualified leads, so you can choose with whom you want to work. So overall, that's the big goal that I wish you have, because that's what gets you the financial wealth and the freedom you want from your agency. I don't want to bore you with a lot of case studies. You find them all as video in full details on our website. I just want to show you some quick examples. This is Dennis. He started working with me when he had around 10K revenue per month. And after working with me, his agency made 40K revenue per month and 200% profit increase because, well, everything is a lot more systemized, fewer costs and fewer failures. So his life is definitely much better. Or this is Dan. Dan started working with me. Basically, he had just a few small clients. And with the offer structure I'm going to share with you right in this video, he closed 240,000 euro new sales with 90% profit in just 4 months. Pretty good, isn't it? This is Gary, and he started his recruitment agency. He has standardized his offers and built offers in a way that I'm showing you in this video. And as a result, he figured out what his clients really want and what makes them say yes to his offers. So he closed 30 high-ticket clients, each 10K, which results in 300K new revenue for his business. Or the next one is Lawrence. Lawrence tried for years to build a profitable automated sales system, but he struggled with his offers. He tried to sell something that nobody wanted. So we figured out a much better offer for him that his clients really appreciate, built a sales funnel that gets him new leads and clients. And one day he called me to stop the funnel because they were out of capacity. They had so many new leads and clients that they can't even handle them. And the next one is Paul. He's also an agency owner. His revenues increased by 56% just because he had better offers, built the standards, and did what I'm going to show you in this video. And also his profits doubled while he could go back to more relaxed work days instead of working 12 hours per day. All right, that's enough. So now let me show you what you need to fix and how you need to fix it to make your life a lot easier as an agency owner and get you the success and the freedom you are looking for. This is the setup why most agencies fail, why many agencies go bankrupt or the agency owner go into burnout. It's also responsible for slow growth, for not getting enough leads and clients, and for all the stress when a client quits, high client dependencies, high talent dependencies. All that is rooted in this dangerous business setup. And the reason is that the agency owner is the bottleneck. They sell time for money, they sell complex projects, unspecific retainers, and everything gets so complex that only the business owner can handle all this complexity. Now, what happens if you grow this? Well, you just grow your workload and your stress. Ultimately, you don't build a real business. What you're going to build is just a stressful job for you. Because the bigger this gets, the bigger your workload gets, the bigger your stress gets, the higher your costs, the lower your profits, the slower your growth. And there is a simple fix that I'm going to show you right now, how you have a much, much better business model without reinventing the wheel or changing everything in your agency or going through a huge transformation. And if you don't fix it because you don't know how, or you just ignore advice from others who have grown their agency to a way where it almost crashed and then scaled it to 7 figures and get the freedom you want, then you should at least know the consequences, right? The consequence is that sales will always depend on you personally, and you only get clients from your network and from referrals. And if a big client quits, you have no alternative, and you will suffer from that because your revenues will decline and your fixed costs will stay. The next thing is that you will be too much involved in the day-to-day operations, so many tasks, communication, meetings with clients and your team members, and you don't even have time to focus on growth. The next one is that you have no time to work on your business, which means strategic work to grow it to the next level. You will only work in your business. And this is just a stressful job. This won't get you the freedom. You will not be able to build systems, leverage in your business, automation, right? If you sell everything to anybody, if you sell every service under the sun, if you sell complex projects or retainers only, then, well, you cannot automate anything because the chaos rules your workday. And how can you automate chaos? Well, it automates itself, right? But out of your control. And then you just have people doing manual work. And that is the most expensive, most exhausting, and most limiting way to grow your agency if you only hire more people to do manual work. And as the ultimate consequence, you will always be fighting one of two stressful problems. Either you have too high workload and not enough talent, all the work depends on you, your team members get stressed, and then important team members quit, which means more work, more stress, and less freedom for you. And the other day, an important client quits and you don't have enough revenue, you have too high fixed costs, and you are making a huge loss, which causes sleepless nights again. And when this is done, the next thing repeats, and that's the cycle that makes you feel like being trapped in a hamster wheel that turns faster every month. And if you want to escape that or avoid that, I will show you the number one most effective way to fix your offers, because they are responsible for all these problems. Let's get it to the point. If you want to get more predictable growth, right, the first thing you need is predictable sales. If you can choose with whom you want to work because you have so many leads you can choose from, then your life will be a lot easier. Client work, or you can pick the ones you really like to work with that are perfect fit for your business. But if you don't have that, well, you say yes to anybody and everyone just if they give you money, and that will make your life worse because you sell yourself. You're selling your life, you're selling your time. But if you want to get more consistent leads and you build a sales system, it won't work like cold calls, paid ads, outreach, LinkedIn, and all other marketing channels. They will fail. I guarantee they will fail if you don't have systems, automation, and AI to grow. And if you only depend on people doing manual work, and most importantly, if you don't have an offer your clients really want that is structured in a way so that you can sell and deliver your services easily, profitably, and with a high degree of automation. So the offer is the key. It's the core of a scalable agency that gets you predictable leads and high-paying clients that stay with you forever, simply because you can offer much higher value than your competitors. You will stand out in a noisy marketplace where every agency sells the same stuff and everyone struggles to get leads and clients. And you will be able to retain clients so they stay with you for years, because you will deliver much better quality and fulfill their expectations better than anyone else, right? And how you do this is by having an irresistible, standardized offer that creates high value for your clients and high profits for your business. And with well-defined deliverables, these green dots here, you can streamline the service fulfillment, delegate easily, and as they create high value, getting leads and clients will be also easy if you implement a sales funnel here and a streamlined service fulfillment here, okay? Then you can delegate everything. If you don't have this, it's like you try to build a house, you build the walls, you build the roof, but you don't even have the basement, right? That's the foundation. This decides if your agency will grow successfully, or if you go through the same drama that I had to go through because I didn't have this. I sold everything to anyone. I sold every service under the sun, and my business got so complex that it was impossible to automate anything. And well, these days, there are so many businesses starting to use AI. Your clients might even insource the work that they hired you for because now they use AI and they don't need people doing manual work anymore. So it's time for you to grow your agency with AI, leverage AI to automate service fulfillment and deliver even better quality. But you can only do this when you nailed your offers. So let me show you how an AI agency setup looks like and how I've built my business in a way that it runs almost completely without me and generated 13.4 million in the last 4 years. So that's the blueprint of a scalable agency setup that is powered by AI. You can build your sales funnel with AI. You can get leads and clients with AI. All these platforms are meanwhile powered by AI, but you need to know how to use it correctly. And the foundation is that you have standardized offers. You can also build them with AI in less than an hour. I will show you at the end of the video how this works. And you can also delegate work well to employees and freelancers, and you will get reliable results when it's well defined what they need to deliver. But you can also deliver these results with AI. There are more and more AI tools. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can just plug them into your quality standard if you want to create specific deliverables with AI. But if you don't know these deliverables because you don't have a standardized offer, you cannot use AI. And then your agency has a high risk to become irrelevant because you are too expensive, results are too slow, quality is too low compared to other agencies, or even other businesses who insourced these agency services and use AI, then they are delivering much faster results at better prices and with higher quality. And the core of that is your offers. You got that, I'm sure. So let's move on to the next step. Now you might ask yourself, what does an irresistible offer look like? And the answer is pretty simple. Let me explain with this graphic. So your clients only have one motivation to click your ad, become a lead, book a call, buy from you, and become a raving fan because they have a problem. And the bigger the problem, the better. And they want a solution, but they have no idea, no experience, no time, no skills to get the solution themselves. That's why they are looking for an agency, or in other words, for a solution provider, okay? A person, an agency, an institution that helps them get on the other side as fast as possible. And the bigger the problem you can solve and the faster you can solve it, the more money you can make. Not the opposite is the case. If you are still selling your time for money because you don't have well-defined packages, then of course you have to work more hours in order to make more money. Clients don't want that, and for you it's also not beneficial. So if you start selling standardized services with an irresistible offer that helps your client solve specific problems, and you can do it fast because you use AI, you have standards, then, well, your agency will thrive and you will become a winner of the AI revolution, guaranteed. So if you have the problem side and the solution side defined, now you just define your offer in a way that it solves this problem fast. And you can also research that, you can test that. It's not just guesswork. There is a systematic process to find out your irresistible offer, to test it, and then to attract high quality leads and clients with automation. And I will show you the process how to find your irresistible offer and how you can use AI to get a result in just 1 hour with a 100% success guarantee. Before I show you the process, you might ask yourself, well, does your agency have the potential for such an irresistible offer, right? Can you actually find such an offer or compose, craft, create such an offer with the services you are actually selling? And the answer is clearly yes. Every agency has services that can be combined or packaged into an irresistible offer. Man, I know this because I worked with over 500 other agency owners doing exactly this in the beginning. It works for SEO, PPC, Google Ads. It works for consulting, web development, app development, for all kinds of services basically. But if you are selling digital services, chances are highest because there is an endlessly growing demand. People need these services more and more. They just don't want people to do manual work with a lot of failures, unset expectations, and pay every hour for this. They want results. They want their problem to be solved, and better you solve the problem, the better it is. So you might not even know yet which problems to solve and for whom. But if you sell any digital marketing services, software development services, or consulting services, and you already have some experience, I guarantee you have this potential and you will find an irresistible offer that you can create to sell and deliver your services a lot easier and more profitably. So the problem is just why most agencies don't have this is because they are too much involved in the service fulfillment and they don't have time to go through a long strategy process with abstract templates and just high-level theory they cannot implement. That's useless. And it shouldn't be like this. That's the old way of strategy work that is totally boring and nobody can do anything with it because it's just abstract theory. So let me show you a proven simple process that gets you an irresistible offer in just 1 hour and a lot more that I'm going to show you right now. Good. So here is the simple process that is proven to work that helps you find an irresistible offer with clearly defined deliverables. So first of all, you do a quick service assessment, right? You look at all the services you are currently selling, just list them all, right? Don't worry if you think like, oh my gosh, these are so many different things. Transparency is the first step to make a well-informed decision about which offers you should focus on. Okay, so you find the strongest expertise in your business, for example, by looking at client work, client results, who your clients are, what they wanted, what they got as a result, and what you did for them. All these things are required in order to find the most important service. And on top of that, you do a demand analysis, because remember, you want to sell a service where there's a high demand in the market. Don't do this mistake and just try to sell something where you think there is a demand, but nobody wants it. You cannot sell hamburgers at the exit door of a restaurant where people already had dinner. There is no demand, right? It's the wrong place and the wrong timing. So you can find with a market analysis and with some micro tests on social media platforms, for example, you can find out what people actually really want and then build an offer that serves this demand, okay? And this will help you identify 1, 2, or maximum 3 offers, which is typically one core offer and then 1 or 2 upsells. You don't need to stop selling all the other services, but you position your business in the marketplace with your most important offer that serves the highest demand, so you can get clients in, make them really happy, make them stay long, and then expand the corporation by selling additional services. So once you identified what you can sell and what are the most valuable services you provide based on market demand, now you identify the problems you can solve best and you define the benefits as the desired solution, right? You basically define the transformation your clients get, okay? That's this. You define first, you look at the services, then you find the most valuable services with the highest demand, then you identify the problems that can be solved with this service, and you define the destination, okay, the other side your clients want to get to with your service offers, okay? Then you package them together in a combination that it makes sense. I highly recommend you run a revenue and profit simulation to see if you can really achieve your growth goals, because your offer needs to be profitable, right? I would not recommend selling small, low-ticket offers until your business makes millions and you really want to scale. Start with a high-ticket offer, with a high-priced offer that solves a specific problem very well for your clients, okay? And I will show you how you can do all this with AI and get this result and a lot more in just 1 hour. You don't need to do this manually and just try to find the right information just in your brain without leveraging AI. No, there is better technology that helps you get this done. Okay, so now you might be wondering, how do you ensure that your offer is profitable enough to scale profitably with paid ads so that you can also have enough money, enough cash flow to hire and keep skilled talent, because you can pay them very well and they have no motivation to go to another business, find another job, or steal your clients and become a freelancer or business owner themselves. And if you have all this, you will get the wealth and the freedom you want as a business owner. So basically, remember the packaged offer with the deliverables, the things that you actually create for your clients. You list them all here, okay? That becomes your solution. And basically, which solution? Well, you define it here. What's the thing that you create? And what do your clients get from this? The outcome, the benefit, okay? You can add a guarantee to make it even more valuable, but you don't have to, right? The guarantee is just a risk reversal. You don't have to add it. If your value is high enough and you can show that you can deliver this result, then you don't need to have a guarantee, right? The big gurus, they all don't have a guarantee. Just those that don't have any case studies yet, eventually they want to convince people with a guarantee. So once you know what you create, okay, that's this one. Second, what's the benefit or the result for your clients? Then you can list these deliverables, the components of your solution. You add the quantity here in this column. You add the cost, which is typically the hours required for delivering this one deliverable, multiplied with the hourly rate. And then on the right side, you have the sales price. That should be minimum 50% profit margin. Okay, the goal is 70% profit margin to make your business highly profitable. And as a result, you see the profits here that you have with one client in the first month. And in the same way, you define the upsells to calculate and expand the customer lifetime value and maximize the profits for your business and the value for your client. And by the way, all the templates and this funnel KPI plan and the growth simulation, right, and the offer calculator, you will get all this together with an AI tool that helps you find your irresistible offer, so you can plan and create and optimize your offer for high profits, for high market demand, and build a core foundation for your business to scale a lot easier. And the next thing you create, and the next step after you've created the financial model, the calculation of your offer, you create a funnel KPI plan. Don't worry, we have all the funnel KPIs that are default KPIs in the industry of agencies created for you. You also see them here, right? You don't even need to buy anything. You see the default KPIs. You need to hit these KPIs. And if you build a funnel or a sales process, or if you want to delegate sales, you always track and compare these KPIs to the benchmark. Okay, that's why it's so powerful to have a data-driven implementation process for marketing and sales. But first, you need to have a standardized offer and then a funnel KPI plan that's based on your offer. Because right here, it shows you the profitability, how much money you make, which means revenue minus ad spend if you run traffic with paid ads, minus fulfillment costs because you have to pay your team or you work and you have also a salary. It shows you how profitable your offer is. And if your offer that you modeled in the previous step is not profitable enough to give you a minimum of 2, better 3 or 5 return on your investment, then you need to fix your offer. Then it doesn't even make sense to implement the funnel. But you know that because you have a calculation. You are smarter than others. You make data-based decisions instead of just putting something in your business based on randomness, on hope, or on guru hacks that are just abstract concepts without a financial viable model. And when you have this, you can run a growth simulation. You can see which revenues and profits you can achieve when you sell your service with this irresistible offer that you've created and when you position your business as a solution provider in the marketplace, right? You can scale that with email marketing, outreach, paid ads, right? With paid ads, you invest money. With email marketing and outreach, you invest your time. One or the other, you need to invest because clients won't come just without any investment. You need to build this up. And then you have a business that works like a well-oiled machine because you have systems in place that replace you doing the manual work. And they automate lead generation and service fulfillment. And it's also a lot easier to delegate. And this financial model here will show you how profitable it can be if you sell your services with an irresistible standardized offer with 1 or 2 upsells. Yeah, and this is exactly what turns an agency that currently grows like this with unpredictable revenues and unpredictable profits into an agency that can grow like this, okay? That has predictable revenue growth, predictable profit growth, and constantly shrinking workload because you invest in building systems and structures and standards that need you less and less and less. Isn't that the wealth and the freedom you are looking for as an agency owner? Well, you can continue selling retainers and projects or sell your time for money. No problem with that. It's your choice. I just showed you a much easier way to grow your agency and how you can implement your irresistible offer, how you find it with AI, build all these financial models with just a few clicks, but it's your choice. Continue like this if you want. If it works well, then there is no reason to do what I showed you here. But if you are still with me, I expect that you have some problems that I talked about, and it would be a total game changer for you to find an irresistible offer, to position your agency as a solution provider, to have a highly profitable offer so that in the next step you can build an automated lead generation and sales funnel, and you can systemize and delegate and semi-automate your service fulfillment so you can step back and become a real business owner that has high profits and also a happy life with a lot of time for friends and family. Honestly, that's what I wish you most, because I saw myself how this changed my life and the life of many of my clients. If you are skeptical, go to FlashHub.io, check the case studies. There are many people saying exactly what I'm promising you here, and then you can make an informed decision. And here is the best part. You don't need a lot of time, a lot of money, or yet another abstract strategy that nobody can implement that's totally useless. With just a few clicks, you can implement an irresistible offer, a unique market positioning, and a crystal clear value proposition in just 1 hour. It doesn't take more than 1 hour, and we add a 100% success guarantee to ensure it's accurate and really working what you created. We will review and refine your offer, your positioning, and everything that you created in this hour, and if we feel it's not correct, we redo it for you. But with this AI tool, there is a 99% probability that you get it right without having all the expertise that we have. Just a few clicks and you are done with getting an irresistible offer and having a value proposition and a profitable offer that allows you to scale your revenues, your profits without growing your workload and your stress. Let me summarize that before I show you how you can find your irresistible offer and do all the steps that I showed you with AI, with just a few clicks. So before we go to this next step, quick summary, what an irresistible offer can do for you. With an irresistible offer, you can definitely increase your prices because you're offering much higher value. That means more revenue, more profit without working more hours. I have clients who increase their prices 6 times. You can simplify lead generation because if you have something that your clients really want, getting leads is so much easier no matter which channel you choose. And you will have installed the key component to build an automated lead generation and sales engine for your business that grows your business on autopilot. You don't have to go to networking events or just rely on hope or referrals, okay? This is how you can build a sales funnel with AI. That's also possible. You don't need to rebuild everything or buy expensive guru courses or whatever, right? You can get it done much faster with AI, and with an irresistible offer, you have a much higher chance for success. With an irresistible offer, you will also be able to increase your sales closing rate simply because, well, you have something people really want to buy. You don't need to convince them and use pushy, punchy sales tactics that just annoy people, right? And you will know that you have an offer that makes your services easy and profitable to sell, easy and profitable to deliver, easy and profitable to delegate, and build a team that stays loyal because you have enough money to pay them very well. And here's how it works in 3 simple implementation steps powered by AI. Okay, so these are the steps you have to go through, okay? The first step is you feed the AI with general information about the services you sell in your business. Second thing is you do some research to find the market demand with AI and let the AI suggest what you should actually focus on. You can also fill in some case studies. I will show you how that looks. And then the AI generates your offer, your positioning, your value proposition, lead magnets, and everything you need to have a high value positioning and an irresistible offer that attracts leads and clients when you promote it. Let's go into the details so you can see how that works with just a few clicks. So as said, in step 1, you just feed this tool with general information. Basically, you define what you want to sell, which type of offer it is. Is it done for you, an agency service, do-it-yourself coaching, or do you sell products? To which type of audience you want to sell it, if it is B2B or B2C, and then in which language, and that's it, okay? You click send or submit and you go to the next step. And the next step looks like this. It's optional, by the way. If you don't have case studies yet, don't worry, you can skip this step. But if you have case studies, you can anonymously add these case studies with what you created for your client, which tangible results your client got, how long did it take to build this up, and what's the role of this client, so that the tool knows like with which type of clients and which type of services you have the best experience, and then you get a suggestion what you should focus on based on market demand and based on your experience. And voila, again, you just click send and you go to the next step. And now it's getting really exciting because now we create the value proposition. Remember these 2 pyramids that I showed you. Now the tool has generate buttons for different topics, and it creates problem statements for all the topics that are related to your offer. In other words, problems you can solve for your clients with your offer. And these are the statements you put in your marketing because this is what makes clients listen, what makes them excited, and what makes them click your ad, become a lead, and buy from you. And the same if you do organic content marketing, email outreach, or calls. This is the motivation. This is why they will become interested in your offer. And in the next step, I show you why they get excited, become interested, and move on in the sales process. Okay, just to remind you, this is just 1 click for every topic, and you will have the problems generated. And they are really good. They will open your eyes. I guarantee. I saw this with many clients that they get a huge wow how well this tool understands what their business does and what their clients need. Good, so this is now to generate the desired solution. Remember the second side of the pyramid that I showed you when we talked about positioning and how to create an irresistible offer. These are now the same topics you had on the previous side, right? It's always 6, and you click generate, okay, for all the buttons, and the tool generates the desired solutions from the first person's perspective. Just in the words that your clients would say what they want. This tool tells you what your clients really want when they consider your offer, to make your offer a good fit, to position your offer as a solution to the problems they have and show them the results they can get with your offer. And that's the key to have an irresistible offer, this positioning. But it's getting even better. Now the tool generates your entire offer based on this information. And don't worry, you can always edit everything manually in case you feel like some problem or solution statements are not the right fit. Just delete them, edit them, click save, and you're done. Before the entire offer is generated, you just generate the benefits. You click generate benefits and the tool suggests on all the problems and the desired solutions that were generated, it suggests the main benefits of your offer that you should communicate because they make your offer attractive for your clients and position your offer specifically as a solution to the problems. When you communicate, for example, these 6 benefits, then clients will see your offer as the solution to their problems. And that's what you need to achieve so that you get leads and clients with digital marketing. Otherwise, it won't work. It simply won't work. If you just talk about what you do and what you sell and who you are and how many people you have and how long you're in business, nobody cares. What people care about is the benefits and something else that I'm going to show you right now. Good, so now you see all these tabs here, right? All this information is generated for you based on the previous steps. That's why this is so much more powerful than playing around with ChatGPT. You cannot provide ChatGPT with all this context. We've written books of prompts that use the previous step, feed it into the next step to get you very accurate and well-working results. So the next thing that you need additional to the benefits that you generated is a so-called result promise offer, expressing your offer in just one sentence with the ultimate result and a benefit your clients get. Like your elevator pitch, just very specific. And then you can express and articulate the benefits they get additionally on top of this offer. The tool also generates a name. It even generates the implementation steps for you. This is hidden in another tab so that you know how to turn your service into a step-by-step system that is easy to deliver and easy to sell. That's all done with just clicking this tiny generate button and you have something that is of much better quality than I guarantee any other consultant can deliver in this short time. It just takes an hour or less to go through all these clicks, right? It's really, you don't need any experience and you have a high value offer as a result. Yeah, and this is an optional step to create the financial model for your offer. I highly recommend doing this because you will list all the deliverables, right? And they are generated by the tool, by the way. You just move them into this sheet for the calculation. And then you just add the prices and an estimation how long it takes, the cost, then for how much you sell it, so that you get a minimum 50, better 70% profit margin. And here you see the total profits of your offer. And in the next step, you can calculate if this is profitable enough. Okay, here you put what you create. The tool suggests that. And why your clients want it, the benefits, well, guess what? The tool suggests that. And the guarantee, you can add one if you want, but you don't have to. And the name here, well, the tool suggests that, so you don't have to think a lot. It's all done by AI and it's really, really good. Now you also have the financial foundation of your offer nailed. That makes your business scale very profitably and very easily. And with this financial offer model in place, you can see here how profitable your offer can be sold with an automated lead generation and sales funnel because you get the standard KPIs and this tool will calculate how profitable it is. And then you can run a growth simulation to see if the implementation is really worth it, or in other words, if your upside potential to make high revenues and high profits is high enough to have a good risk-reward profile, and that's what you need as a business owner to make a well-informed decision. Okay, and as I said this multiple times, you can start today, you can start right now, right? And get all this done in just 1 hour. The next step is below this video, and remember, you get a 100% success guarantee. That means if you get stuck anywhere in this process, if you struggle, if you have questions, we fix that in a one-on-one workshop with you. We do even everything for you with an expert from my team, but 99% the chances that you get it done in an hour just with this tool, and you have everything that you learned in this video done for your agency. You will have an irresistible offer. You have your financial model. You will have a KPI-based plan to see if you can sell this offer with high enough profits through automated sales funnels. You will have a step-by-step implementation process for the service you are going to sell as an irresistible offer, and you will have a growth plan showing you what you can achieve just in case you wonder if it makes sense to move forward and build and grow your business around or based on this irresistible offer. So that's everything. Now the choice is yours. I would love you go through that because I know how it can make your life as an agency owner so much easier. If you want, I'm looking forward to seeing you inside. Cheers and happy scaling.